Moms, grandmas, women everywhere, my next guest has a summer pep talk coming your way. Brittany Jepsen is a brilliant creator behind the popular lifestyle account, The House That Lars Built, and she recently partnered with the swimsuit company Lime Ricki on a project that has her determined to convince us all to just put on the suit.
That's right.
Hey,
just
sister, just wear it.
Just do it.
We were just chatting during the commercial break, and I asked permission to ask Brittany this question, knowing it can be so personal for so many women. What would you say in relation to this topic, right? Put on the suit, get in the water, make the memories, have some fun. What would you say has been your relationship with your body over the years? Like positive, negative, neutral, somewhere in between?
You know, ultimately, I feel really grateful to have my body. And I remember growing up, my mom was a ballet dancer and like grew up in this world where people were very interested in having a specific body type.
Fixated.
It was kind of your life.
Yeah.
People were evaluating it, and she never wanted me in that same environment. So, but at the same time, it was also very obvious, like, oh, I'm not like my mom. I don't have a ballet dancer's body.
Yeah.
So I think during my youth, it was very obvious to me, and I think the older I get, the more I'm like, I'm just so grateful that I can play tennis. I can do so many things. I'm really grateful for it. And so even years later, my body has morphed. It does not look like the same thing. At this point, I'm just really grateful for it.
Yeah, yeah, I echo that. And I say this as not a brag point, but a point of gratitude, to use your word again. I have been, size 6 to 600 months pregnant, right, the last 2 decades, and I've always felt the same, and I didn't realize how unique that was until, and I have Studio 5 viewers to thank for this. I think about 6 or 7 years ago, our health and fitness contributor retired from the show after many, many years. And viewers were invited to send in little video clips or notes thanking her for all that she had taught them over the years. And I realized in that moment, like, this is a really hard issue for a lot of women, not just health, right, which is a worthy pursuit, but like body image and confidence as it's associated with our bodies. And it was a good teaching moment to me to have this like lens into women's hearts. Like this, women struggle with this. Do you hear that?
Absolutely, and especially having a social media platform, I hear all sorts of experiences that women have, and now I've done a dress line, I've done all these things where I hear firsthand feedback, like, I'm so grateful you have all sizes. I've never felt comfortable wearing this, but you've given me, and I feel like I have this first-hand seat to all these women's experiences.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel really, on one hand, I feel really sad that people have experienced really hard relationships with their body. On the other hand, I feel like what better time to heal it than now?
Yes, and I think you are, Brittany, helping people do that through your lines and the way that you present them and create them. So you've developed, through not just the creation of the swimwear line, but I know over many years, just as a woman who has a connection point to so many other women, 3 mantras that you embrace in the summer season. And the first is, we've said it, we'll say it again, just put on the suit.
Just wear the suit. You just gotta wear the suit. So my boys are 6 and 3, and for many, many years, I just didn't go to the swimming pool before I had children. It's just like, it just wasn't on my radar. And now I can't get around it, you know? So it brings up this like, oh, well, someone has to be in the swimming pool with them. So finally, last year, I think it was, I was like, oh, wait, I just got to wear the suit. If we're going to avoid having these experiences, that's my fault because I don't want to wear it. You know, it's my discomfort level, whereas they don't care. They really just want to have a mom who's playing with them.
They don't care, and your second mantra speaks to that. No one cares.
No one cares.
No one's looking at your size, stomach, whatever, in the way that...
We are just pinpointing it. And, you know, sometimes there are outside voices, and those are the voices where I'm like, you know what? As long as we're just happy with what we're doing.
Right. Do we care about those voices?
Do we care? No one is walking by saying, no one's doing that.
And this was not one of those moments. It was actually 2 dear girlfriends. I'll never forget it. In my early to mid 20s, we were at the pool. I didn't have kids at the time. They did. And they both kind of had this mini Marvel moment, like, you're not going to wear a skirt or shorts or a sarong. And they were just like
in awe?
A little bit. And it had never dawned on me that I should think about, you know, because no one else, it's you, it's your body, it's your experience, it's your memories in the pool. Like no one really cares.
No one cares. We care so much more than anyone else. But what if we cared in the opposite direction. This is great. I can go have fun. I can go run. I can go swim. I can go get some sun.
And this actually applies, if I can, not to like call anyone out, but to loop everyone in, to nanas too, to grandmas. Like generationally, I think younger moms are actually doing a pretty good job of this. So it is an anthem, I think, a call to all women. Your third mantra, life is too short for boring suits.
Yes. Okay, you know when you're like, okay, fine, I'll go swim, but I need to find a black suit.
Always black.
Black
with some ruching. It has to have ruching.
Right, it has to have ruching here. It has to do this so I can look a little smaller than I am. No, you're not. First of all, you're not fooling anyone, right? Like no one cares.
Right.
But also, like, life is too short. Wear the color. Wear something you love, because if you're not loving it, it's gonna be like you're gonna feel like you're trying to hide yourself, and that doesn't feel good. 3
great mantras that you embrace, and I know you infused into the creation of this swimwear line with Lime Ricki. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so this is our second collection with Lime Ricki, and it's really become so much more than designing swimsuits. It's become like this, like, internal celebration of how I actually feel inside my body. You know, I love color, I love patterns, and this one is inspired by when I lived in Brazil. So Brazil is this happy, joyous country, and they're really known for their beaches and Copacabana. And so this line is inspired by umbrella stripes, like really fun color combinations, the passion fruit flower, and just this, there's this little flower motif that's on one of the suits that I designed, and it's based off of a sidewalk where I lived in Brazil, where I walked every single day.
Yeah.
So we just kind of modified it and turned it into a repeat pattern, and it's in the best, like, Brazilian inspired colors.
I hope this lands as the compliment I intended. This is a wild line. This is fun. This is like fancy free. And
that's exactly what I want to hear.
And I assume you want women to feel that when they put on these suits.
Yeah, one time I was at the beach and there was this woman on roller skates riding by.
Wearing your suit?
She was wearing my suit, and no, she wasn't. Oh, I'm so sorry. She was not wearing my suit, but she just looked free as a bird. And I remember thinking, she's wild and free and one of a kind.
There it is.
Like that is all. She's just living life in the way that she wants most.
So not that woman on rollerblades, though she was an inspiration. What do you feel when you see women splashing around in your design?
I feel, oh, they're just living their best
They're
life.
living it. Yeah. Yes. How can we look at the designs and shop the line?
Okay, so you go onto limericki.com. You can shop it all there.
All right. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
And thanks for motivating us too with that cool mom pep talk, Brittany. We love you.